What's up, guys? So this is a different day. I'm not walking with Charlie. It's a extremely bad rainy day. Maybe we get in some of the hurricane weather here. So I was gonna not film, but it was bothering me to not film. So I'm gonna shoot this in the car on the way to the grocery store. So today's topic is, can I work while high, or can I smoke ganja and still be the most productive worker? So I previously discussed the idea about like smoking while you're at work, but can we make you a better worker, or can you be the same worker while you're smoking? Because I've, like many potheads, myself included, will say that I can smoke or I can be high and work. It doesn't affect my work. I even may say that I was more productive when I was working. I was more creative, or I was in a better mood, so that made me a better worker. So can smoking make you a better worker? I recently looked at a video this week from Modern Wisdom where Dr. Mike was on there, and he was saying that he does smoke, but yeah, car is going fast. But he waits till he's finished with work before he partakes, and I totally agree with that. But I think the longer you smoke, the more it becomes ingrained to your life that you smoke while you work. Most potheads that are addicted, who smoke weed every single day from sun up to sundown, we're not going to not smoke at work. We're going to smoke at work and justify it being okay because weed makes you a better worker. Some people come in and say, well, I made $15,000 this month while I still smoke, so is weed really it doesn't really affect me. And I would say, if you can do that while you're smoking, what could you do if you weren't smoking? We'll say, well, I'm sorry. What could you, if you are that productive, if you are that functional while you're high, what could you do if you weren't high? And also, when I would smoke at work and I'll make a mistake, I would blame weed. So if once I finally did quit, not saying you don't make mistakes at work if you aren't high. We all are human. We make mistakes whether we make mistakes whether we're high or whether we're sober. But I don't want to feel like I'm doing less of a job because I am getting high, because I am smoking. So to avoid the confusion in my brain and second guess myself on whether I'm actually limiting myself by smoking weed, why not just not smoke weed at work? And although I would also say weed will make you a more creative person, but it tends to make your mind go to like several different ideas, several different topics, but you don't actually concentrate on one particular thing. So while we may fool you into thinking that you're so creative, you're such a deep thinker while you're high, it's kind of just really making your mind go all over the place, and you're not actually devoting your mind into one single concentration. So you really effectively don't get anything done because you have spread your mind too thin. Now, you can smoke and come up with an idea, but once you're in your sober mind, try to weed them out to see if, it really was a good idea, or maybe you were just extremely high. And also with weed, we a lot of times ingrain weed in every part of our life. We'll say, well, I can't hang out with friends if I'm not high. I can't eat food if I'm not high. I can't sleep. I can't work. And we get to a point where we can't do life's normal things without being high. It's kind of taking control in your life in a more negative way. So don't let weed fool you into thinking you need weed just to work, because it's a tricky thing. You know, most people realize that, maybe not. They don't realize it, but I mean, there are people who do drink and go to work, because I do know people who drink and go to work. But if you are going to work while you're smoking, if you're smoking so much, people can't really tell if you have smoked. So you will say, well, nobody knows I'm really high, so is it like really a big deal? But I think the minute we start to second guess ourselves, or start to, you know, think that we're beyond, that we can't be ourselves, we can't do our best job unless we're high, weed has presented a problem in our lives. So yeah, just brief video today. So I just wanted to just discuss that. So, you know, if you feel like maybe you can smoke stuff all the time and, you know, be okay, and it's not really affecting your work, maybe you work better while you're doing it. Maybe you have fooled yourself into thinking that's the case. We all do it. We all have done it. But like I said, I'll leave you with, if you can do okay while you're high, think how much better you could be at work if you're sober. You may say, well, I talk to people, so like, it makes me deal with people better, so I'll be worse. But, well, still, like I said, when we get to the point where we feel like we need it in every facet of our life, then we may want to cut back a little bit, or cut back altogether. Whatever the case, let me know how you feel below. Till next time, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and remember, we are all in this together. Stay safe out there. Peace.